What's up guys, and this is the start of my brand new tech based YouTube channel, and in this for today's first episode we'll be talking about the latest specifications and rumors regarding the OnePlus 9 and the 9 Pro, and which are scheduled to come up very soon, I think in this week. So let us talk about that. Speaking of the event, the launch date as stated by OnePlus CEO Mr. Pete Lau on his Twitter handle, it is on the 23rd of March and it will be coming out at 2 p.m. GMT and 7:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Let us briefly cover the leak specification and almost confirmed specs for the OnePlus 9 and OnePlus 9 Pro. As you can see in this Twitter handle, you can see the code name written, the genome, the LP, that's so long. So it is very easy to decode what is all written there. Both these smartphones are powered by the latest Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 based on the 5nm chipset architecture, making it very power efficient and it will progressively give you better gaming experience. It's paired with the Adreno 660 GPU chipset and it will be a beast for a gaming smartphone. Both the vanilla OnePlus 9 and the OnePlus 9 Pro will be having a 12GB variant and the RAM time is LPDDR5. Both the higher variants will be coming with 256GB of internal storage with blazing fast UFS 3.1 transfer speeds. The OnePlus 9 comes with a 6.55-inch Fluid AMOLED 120Hz 1080p panel, whereas the 9 Pro comes with a 6.67-inch Fluid AMOLED Quad HD 1440p display, often referred to as 2K plus display in certain Chinese websites, which is sometimes incorrect due to the peak resolution differences. It will be having a peak brightness of 1300 nits. That's quite a lot for your outdoor usage. And they come with a HDR10 Plus certification with an LTPO display, which actually is more power efficient than your standard AMOLED panels, because you can have the variable refresh rates and it can range between 5Hz all the way to 120Hz. Perhaps the most exciting news regarding this new upcoming OnePlus series is its partnership with Hasselblad. As you might know, Hasselblad is quite a famous manufacturer of medium format cameras, and remarkably it was one of the companies who actually manufactured the camera which took photos of the moon. As you can see from the Twitter handle, OnePlus 9 series and Hasselblad camera for mobile gives you power to frame your memories with perfection, coming on 23rd March. And it definitely will improve the camera quality, and we have to check it out during the review time. Hasselblad has joined forces with OnePlus, and it's really exciting to see the real-world camera samples, as we expect a massive gain in the post-processing and color science. That is where Hasselblad comes into picture. Both the phones are of course 5G, as you can see from the promotional photo, and it's written co-developed with Hasselblad. As you might know, as myself being a OnePlus user for the past 3-4 years, one of the main point of complaint for the OnePlus series was its camera department. Some of the photos were overprocessed, the colors were not natural at all, and some part were like the highlights were overexposed and the shadows were completely crushed. And that's why it was not able to live up to the expectation with its competitor flagship models from Samsung, like the S20 and the S21 series, and from the iPhone department, the iPhone 11 and the 12 Pro series. Let's talk about the camera sensors. We will have a brand new 50 megapixel Sony IMX789 main camera sensor with 4K 120fps video recording options, and it will come with face detection autofocus. The second camera will be an ultra-wide camera, and it will use the 48 megapixel Sony IMX766 sensor, and it will have OIS or optical image stabilization, which yields actually much better results than traditional EIS, and which is not actually much nicer, because you will have a small video crop, but in OIS the sensor literally moves in its axis a little bit to compensate for the jerks and shake in your videos. It is a much handy feature if you are planning to take photos in low light, or you are keen into making videos which is mostly handheld. Another new feature is the ability to correct corner-to-corner photo distortions when photos are clipped with the ultra-wide sensor. Usually this is the case when you take a lot of ultra-wide photos and in which you have the edges typically distorted. That's why we never take portrait photos or close-up shots of certain things which we don't require distortions with the ultra-wide camera. As per this new tweet from Pete Lau, you can see it's clearly showing the difference between the two photos. One is taken with a normal ultrawide camera of any smartphone these days, and this is the photo taken by the OnePlus 9 series using the ultrawide camera. You can clearly see the horizontal lines and the grids are all distortion free. That's a new very good construct, and then we are like very keen to see how it works actually. In Pro mode, we will be able to take 12-bit raw images, roughly 68.7 billion colors. That is like 64 times more than the flagships. Here are some of the camera samples you can see, and yes, most of them are landscape with some beautiful portraits, and the colors seem really nice, and the contrast and the dynamic range are really spot on, and the sample photos look really promising, don't you think? Even the night mode seems really fantastic with a very low noise and proper attention to detail. Lastly, let's talk about the charging speeds and the battery. It is rumored that the models will have a 4500 mAh battery, and which is nothing crazy like the 6000 mAh battery which we get in other flagship phones, or perhaps the lower tier phones from Samsung which actually are coming with 7000 mAh of battery. However, the good news is both the OnePlus 9 and the 9 Pro will come with a 65 watt fast warp charger right inside the box, unlike the recent S21 and the iPhone series which have completely ditched the charger to save something or the other. The OnePlus 9 will support wireless charging up to a mere 15 watt, that's totally okay. However, if you get the 9 Pro, that's a real big upgrade. It will feature a massive 50 watt wireless charging, and that's crazy high speed. For that, actually you have to buy the occasional OnePlus 9 Pro wireless charger device which is like sold separately. This wireless setup of 50 watts will actually charge your OnePlus 9 Pro in a mere matter of 43 minutes. However, if you are not keen to spend a little bit of more cash into the wireless deck, you are very much satisfied with the 65 watt inbuilt charger, and it will charge your device from 0 to 100% in nearly around 29 minutes. That's crazy fast. The OnePlus 9 will be available in 3 colors: blue, black and purple. And as for the OnePlus 9 Pro, the colors options will be white, navy, green and black. I would really wish there was a blue option, but never mind. Okay, so that was my video on the OnePlus 9 and the OnePlus 9 Pro, and we are just near about to the actual launch of the phones. And let me know what do you think of the upcoming phones. Have you been using any OnePlus device in the past? So that's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, do let me know by hitting the like button, and if you are new to the channel, do subscribe and get notified by hitting the bell icon so that whenever I post a new video, you are notified using the bell icon.